Hey, what's up there, YouTube? Justice DiFilippo here, and I want to talk about something that's going on in the chats and Facebook and all the different groups for the Mercedes-Benz CL215 or 215, right? So it's the CL-Class. And we're talking 500s, that's CL55s, CL65, CL600s, like what I have, including the M275 versions and naturally aspirated V12s. One of the things I see all the time is everyone is complaining about the ABC system. The ABC suspension is a hydraulically controlled suspension, right? So your struts go up and down, it's got hydraulic fluid, it's got a pump, and it goes through these valve blocks and it either cuts the hydraulic pressure off, holds it, etc., etc. And people on the forums are saying, oh, you gotta get rid of that, you gotta do coilovers, X, Y, and Z, and blah, 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 and this is what you have to do, and you have to put a new power steering pump in, and sway bars, and, you know, look, there's pros and cons, but mostly cons, okay? The reason you're buying a car like this, well, I hope, in essence, is to get a really good car, right? This is a really good car, especially what I have. I have a CL600. This had the best leather interior, the best technology for the time, the best motor, the best suspension. So why would I, or anyone for that matter, try to turn around and remove those things that made this such a special car? It's pointless. That's like if you bought a Ferrari and you said, you know what, I'm going to do a Chevy swap on. I'm going to put a 350 in that Ferrari so it's reliable, so I don't have to pay for a major service, right? I.e. a major service on a Mondial T, right? You say, oh, it's the cheapest Ferrari you can buy, but it's still going to cost you $15,000 every so often to get that motor dropped and the timing belts change and the valve cover gaskets done and the water pump done. That's part of it, okay? So if you went out and you bought a Mercedes-Benz that has ABC on it, and then you're mad that you have to, you know, spend money to repair it, then you missed the point. Then maybe this is not the car for you. And on top of that, it's nonsense because you know what? A strut goes, you replace the strut, $1,000. Okay, whatever it is, right? $600, $500, $1,000. All right, now you have a strut repaired. Okay, what's next? Oh, my tandem pump broke. Okay, so you get a new tandem pump, $500, $600, $1,200, right? And now you have your ABC system. Oh, my car's sagging. Change your valve block, right? They're not that expensive. All you have to do is unplug them, put all the lines back in, rodeo the car, and you're back to having one of the best suspensions ever made. So if you want to talk about, oh, just coilover and that's it, no more headache. Well, you just diminish the whole car, right? It doesn't ride the same. Some people will say it rides better. Okay. But look, I've done it both ways. I've tried to salvage a ABC system, and I was younger and I didn't know better. We didn't have AI, we didn't have the internet, you know, and I ended up doing a coilover conversion, a strut master kit. The car rode fine, but you know what I ended up having problems with? The power steering pump, okay? Because on the on the S600, it's 7 rib. It's a 7 rib belt. So every time I was putting new belts on, it was off by a hair, it would chew the belt, okay? So there was like no way around it. It kept on chewing belts. There was a misalignment of a hair. I fixed that, and then the power steering pump was just not strong enough. They had told me to use an ML power steering pump for the S600. Let me tell you something, that was bad advice. Granted, they came a long way with these systems and these conversion kits, but once again, you're spending, what are you gonna spend? $1,200, then another $800, and then you could have just fixed your ABC system for that amount of money, right? Granted, I've had some bad luck with them too. I just had a major blowout for one of my lines. It was underneath the motor. Cost a lot of money. It did. But you know what? The conversion would have been 70% of that cost. And I want the ABC. I want to be able to raise the car and lower the car and have it adjust accordingly. I don't want to have to start putting, sway bar links in and this, that, and like, I don't want it, all right? This is not a sports car. No matter who tells you what, the CL class is a GT. It's a grand touring car, okay? It's meant for exactly what I'm going to be doing with it, a cannonball run, okay? It's not meant to go tracking. It's not that car. If that's what you are looking for, you're playing with the wrong car, because every car has something that it does really good at, that it's really good at. And this particular car is a really good GT car. Okay, GT does not mean it's a track car. GT means it's going to cover a long strip or a long road trip, comfortable, and you're going to have speed, and you're going to have all that. But in no way, shape, or form is this a car meant to go carving, Bear Mountain, or any of these other. Hey, sorry about that. I had some technical difficulties. My kids are at Peppa Pig with my wife, so I'm over here, I'm home. And I'm not like one of those fancy YouTubers. I'm raw because I don't know. I'm just a normal guy. I don't do these fancy effects and all that stuff. And with the way the whole world is right now, with everything being AI and super cool looking edits and fake videos, I figured it's refreshing for everyone to see a real person, who's going to make mistakes, not reading off a script, just my life experience. So there's going to be some technical difficulties here and there. I invested in a microphone, right? A lot of people said my audio was terrible. But anyway, let me get back to the point. The point is that this is a GT car, okay? It's not a Mustang. It's not a Ferrari. It's just a good GT car. That's it. That's what it is, okay? If you wanted a car that was easy to fix and cheap, this wasn't it. So, stop complaining on the internet that it's going to cost you so much money. Your line blew out. Well, if you knew the car, then you would say, oh, well, it's an accumulator. It's very simple. Change all your accumulators. What's it going to cost you, $1,000? Change all the accumulators, put some fresh fluid in it, and enjoy the car for what it is. Okay? Simple. Just assume that things are going to break. And if you like me and you like V12s and you like turbos, look, we got coil packs. Half the time that there's a problem with the car, it's not the coil pack. Okay? That's another myth. All right? The coil packs are not that serious. They don't break. Okay? There's always something else that happens, and people are like, oh, it's your coil packs. Oh, it's your current transformer. These cars are actually really, really built well, and they're reliable. Like, do they have gremlins? Yeah, they have gremlins, but look, every car's got a gremlin, but you have to understand what you're buying, and you have to appreciate for what it is, right? It's as simple as it gets. So my vote is save your ABC system. Keep the car the way it was supposed to be out of the factory, okay? Why change it? Why mess with it? You want to do coilovers? You want to have a stance car or whatever it is? Hey, listen, do whatever you want. But don't come complaining on the forums that you have a light on your dashboard, right? Or you're getting a warning, or what do I do with these lines? Well, you should have figured that out. I mean, just leave the car alone, okay? What are you, 12? Leave the car alone. There's no reason to change it. The car's perfect the way it is, okay? The car was over $100,000 when it was brand spanking new. It's a good car. That's all you really should really remember, is that this was a very expensive car. It's a very good car. Top of the line stuff when it was brand new. Act as if,